All right, so welcome. This came about because over the past, I don't know, year, maybe more, people are always looking for guidance for nutrition. And I'm so overwhelmed right now. My time schedule is just slim. And I hate saying, I'm sorry I don't have time. I'm sorry I don't have time. So this is an effort to create something that can help people when I don't have that one-on-one time that I love having with my client. So I do one-on-one personal training, and I have really close relationships with these people. Like, I really invest in the people that I take on as a client. So for me, it's more than just a job. It's more than just, it's so much to me. It means so much to me. It inspires me. It keeps me going. And I never want to tell somebody I can't help them, because I've been there. So a lot of you don't know me personally. This journey for me started several years back. I was 230 pounds. I was just dead. No energy. Had 3 little boys running circles around me. Couldn't keep up. Just felt like something had to give. So I started running, walking, running. I did Carrie's boot camps. I did, anything that I could get my hands on. I was just trying to make a change. And the more that I did it, the more that I learned I could not do it by myself. I would do it for a while, and then I would get tired. And I'll do it for a while, and I'll get hungry. I would do it for a while, and I'll just get lazy at times. And so it was so important to me to have a support system. And all of our schedules are crazy busy. So I was really struggling with, I can't make it to classes, I can't make it here, I can't make it there, so I wanted to do something on my own. That's when I started Kettlebell. I wanted something that I could schedule into my schedule that would keep me accountable and keep me rolling in that direction. And I have loved every minute of it. I've made the best friends. It has been the best support I have ever had in this journey, because we are all in this together. Everybody in this room has looked at somebody and thought, if only I could do that. If only I could be that. If only I could, whatever. We all do it. Take a look at yourself and understand that people say that about you. You don't just say that about everybody. People say that about you as well. We are so hard on ourselves as women, and we think that we're the one that just can't. No, somebody else thinks you're the one that can't. We're all the same. It's a journey. We all have hills, we all have valleys, we all have struggles, and we all want the same thing. We all want to better ourselves. We all want to be healthier and have more energy and feel better and just have this confidence and just that little spark that we feel like we're missing at times when we get really, really down. So this is the point of the meeting. This challenge could totally take place without ever meeting in this building. But then it wouldn't give me the opportunity to share with you my journey and the fact that I have witnessed and I have met so many people that I can say with confidence, we are all the same. It doesn't matter where you are. You might be here on your road, and somebody else might be here on your road, but we're all trying to get to the same place. So guidance is key, and support is key, and that's what this group is about. It's a challenge, because personally, if something challenges me, it makes me work harder. It's a mental thing for me. If I think this is a challenge, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna dig in. If I think, oh, I'm just kind of changing, I'm just maybe gonna try, I'm really lackadaisical about it. And for me, to really make a change, commitment is key. And you kind of have to dig in if you're gonna commit to something. Change is not easy. It takes a lot to change. So the more people you have lifting you up, the more people you have dragging you out of that hole when you feel like, I'm too tired. I can't prep food today. I ate 4 candy bars yesterday. Really? I'm done. Like, done. I've done it. I'm telling you, because I've I've done it. I've done it all. So no judgment here, I promise. But it's those special people that you create a bond with when you have this common goal, that understand what that struggle is and understand what you need at that moment when you feel like you just can't. Okay? So group 1 and group 2 really is all the same. It's just group 1 is right here on the path and group 2 is right here on the path. So we're all supporting each other. And the challenge really is about challenging yourself. Everybody wins. If you take on this challenge like I really want you to, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you win a spray tan or not. You win control over your eating habits. You win new mental perspective on the whole situation. Not just what you put in your mouth, but on yourself, on the people around you, on the way the world views you. Because I promise you, it is not always what we think. We have a tendency to think the worst of ourselves. And we critique ourselves. And we look in the mirror and we say, I'm done. I just give up. You know? And it's not fair. Don't do it to yourself anymore. Because I'm going to be the one to be like, oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. I wasn't looking at you. All right, so points of success. I am not an expert, but like I said, I have tried it all. This has been a long road for me. I have tried crash diets. I have tried just shakes. I have tried not eating. That doesn't last very well for me. I am a foodie. I love food. I have tried running so many miles that I just can't even tell you the blisters on my feet. But at the end of the day, I can run as long as I want, and if I'm eating junk and I don't have my mental focus on proper nutrition, my results are really stagnant compared to what they could be. So, nutrition is number 1. I've learned that the hard way. I went about it all wrong, but I think that's why I can say I understand. When you, whatever it is you're struggling with, not whatever maybe, I don't know, that sounds really like, oh, I know it all, and I don't claim to. But I do claim to have tried everything that doesn't work, just about. And finally, like, I found something that works. Okay, so, mental commitment to discipline. This is hard. It is. You commit to yourself. With this group, I think it's helpful because you're also committing to others. Hey, I'm trying. It's one thing to sit at home and say you're trying. Even if you have your calendar in front of you with your little smileys and your frownies, that's helpful. But it's another whole ball game when you have stepped out of your comfort zone and you have said, hey, yo, I'm trying. Because then people are watching. Not to scare you and not to put pressure on you, but to say you have the ability to influence others in ways that you just don't even understand, like Kristen. She's lost 100 pounds as of today. Anybody that sits in a chair and thinks, I've got 45 pounds to lose and I feel overwhelmed, should be really uplifted at this moment and feel like, you know what? She stepped out of her comfort zone and I'm going to too, because that's huge. That's what keeps me going. Those types of transformations, and it's not just about your body. Not even close. Not even close. It's so much more. Okay, so when you decide, and you've all made the decision and you wouldn't be here, you have to commit to do what it takes. You can't just say, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to eat right, and then not take the proper steps to make sure that you really can be successful in that. So number 2 is preparation through movement. You've decided, now what are you going to do about it? How are you going to make sure that your decision is something you can really accomplish? Because if you go home and you have the same things in your cabinets and you go through the same drive-thru and order that number 2 without ever thinking about it, guess what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You do the same thing over and over, you're going to get the same result. So when we feed our body, we are feeding it to do what we want. Are you? Are you feeding your body to do what you want? Or are you feeding your body with what you want to taste? That's two different things. You eat or you feed. Most of us eat. I love to eat. But I have learned that through feeding my body, I get closer to my goals than if I eat what tastes good. Okay, so prepare. And I've got ideas on how to help you prepare. And there's a lot to this. I've really tried to think about everything to give you as much support as I can without the one-on-one interaction that I love. I love the one-on-one. I wish I had time to sit down with each one of you. Anyway, support through accountability. It is too hard to do on your own. 100% too hard to do on your own. We all have bad days. We all have the day that we eat the donut and we think, tomorrow, I might as well not even try. I already ate that donut. I am a failure. I'm done. Nope, not the case. It's not. Because consistency is our next point, and what I have learned above anything else is this. You have much better results if you make 3 small changes in your diet consistently over the course of a year than if you crash diet for 2 weeks and quit. You can make 3 small changes that at the end of the year you don't even notice you've done. They've become so habitual, they've become such an integral part of just how you roll that you don't notice you're making sacrifices. It's not a sacrifice anymore. It's the way that you choose to eat or the way you choose to drink or whatever it is. And at the end of that year, those 3 changes equal 0 pounds gained, maybe. Equal 20 pounds lost, maybe. Who knows? It depends on what 3 changes you make. But if you make huge, crazy changes that you know you're never going to stick to for 2 weeks and you quit, it is likely you're going to gain weight because you sacrificed so much for those 2 weeks and you were never mentally engaged. You never thought about the long haul, that at the end of it, you kind of like crashed that. I kind of did that after my show. Yeah. Woo, that was just a moment for me. That's exactly what that was. I was so gung-ho, and then when it was over, I was like, ooh, you saw it, didn't you? Donuts. Anyway, consistency. This is a journey, no overnight trip. It's not going to happen in 2 weeks. It's not going to happen in 4 weeks. What can happen in 4 weeks is this. You can totally change your mind. You can totally change your cravings. You will drop pounds if you do it right, but you're not going to be at the end of the road at 4 weeks. I'm not going to be at the end of the road in 4 more weeks. I'm not going to be at the end of the road ever, because the more that I learn, the more I want to learn. It makes your body feel different. It makes you run different. It makes your emotions different. It's kind of amazing. Okay, so points of contact. This is all stuff that's really easy to look over. I'm not going to go over it. Your responsibilities. What you got?
Just one question. Is it nutrition challenge and then ... There's one. I mean, that's how it's done, or?
I don't even know. Listen, Shay Wheelman has been helping with this, and my ... It's about dry pruning, say no, but I can't help it.
Girl.
I don't know what it is. My finger just goes there, and so I just let it be. I don't know.
All right.
Let me think. I'll add you. You won't have to worry about it. I'll add everybody. Okay, so there's going to be 2 groups on Facebook. There's going to be a group 1 and a group 2. This is a way to keep you pumped up. This is a way to add more information throughout the 4 weeks. So I'm giving you a plan, or I'm giving you a grocery list, grocery guidance, because when you think of list, you think of it all-encompassing. It is not all-encompassing. It is a guide. So you're getting a grocery guide. You're getting a nutrition sample plan. So you can eat exactly what I've written every single day. It would be wonderful if you did. But you're also going to learn to interchange foods from your grocery guidance list so that you have variety, because we all like variety. But the 2 groups throughout the weeks, I'm going to add recipes on there. I'll add different convenience things that I have found work really well for me because I'm really busy. I know you all are too. I'm going to try to show you all how I prep certain things. Just because I've done it so much at this point, I've done it all wrong. And then I've found the most efficient way that works for me. It may not work for you, but I just think sometimes if you see it, like that's how I'm a visual learner. If I see something or if I do something, I learn much better than if I just look at it. So on these group pages, I'm gonna try to give you as much support as I can. And it's also a place for you to post. Post whatever you want. Post, I ate 4 candy bars today. And I'll say, good for you, now tomorrow you're back on track. No more tomorrow. Or whatever. Or you can say, I went in the break room and there were rolls of candy and I walked right past 14 times and I never took one. And then we'll do high fives. Okay? So, these are all your responsibilities. This is important. Water. Minimum 64 ounces a day. That is number 1 in nutrition. Every single metabolic process in your body requires water. If you do not give it water, how can we speed up metabolism? As we age and as women, our metabolism naturally slows, and that's why it's so hard to lose belly fat, booty fat, all of these things that we want to get rid of, and we can't because our metabolism is shutting down. It also shuts down when we don't eat. So many people think, I'm just not gonna eat. Or I'm just gonna eat once a day. Or I'm just gonna eat this, or I'm just gonna eat that. Well, that's totally counterproductive. The more you can do small, frequent meals throughout the day, the more that your body has to work to burn those foods. Okay, so I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Water. It's a must, it's not an option. There are some things on here that are option, it is not. All right, so you are going to weigh yourself on the same scale every Tuesday. You pick. You can do it at morning, noon, night. I don't care what time it is, but it needs to be consistent because we all weigh a lot more in the evening than we do in the morning. So don't get discouraged if you step on the scale in the morning and you're whatever weight, and by the end of the day you're 4 pounds heavier. Don't be discouraged. Everybody does that. But you're going to, every Tuesday weigh. You're going to take a picture so I can see your toes and I can see the number on the scale. You're going to email it to me. It's on here. You're also going to take a front pose picture and a side pose picture, okay, of yourself. Listen, these pictures will only be seen by me and my staff unless you have said I can use them for marketing. And if you check yes, I can use them for marketing, or if you sign that I can, I still will not post them without giving you a ring and being like, hey, I would like to use this, and it says I can, but I want to make sure it's okay with you. So do not feel like I would ever violate your privacy. I promise I won't, because I would not appreciate if somebody did that to me. Okay, so we've got pictures and we've got weight, and you're emailing that to me every Tuesday. Check in on those group pages for support, and also to support others. Don't feel like just because you don't think you're where you want to be that you can't inspire somebody else. No matter what spot you're standing, you still can inspire others. This is so important. Make extra grocery store time. This is what I do. Not anymore, it's what I used to do. We go in the store. We go to the aisle, we grab our bread. We go to here, we grab this. We go here and we grab our donut. We go here and grab our pop. Whatever it is that you normally grab, that's where you go, you get it done. We're busy. We don't even think that. It's a mindless task. Grab and go, grab and go. Make extra time. Every single time you go to the grocery store, make an effort to pick a better option for everything you put in your buggy. This is huge. If you eat white bread now, what's a better option? Wheat bread. If you eat wheat bread now, what's a better option? Whole grain bread. If you eat whole grain bread, what's a better option? Look at the label. Look for more protein, less fat, less carbs, look for more fiber. Stuff like that, it fuels your body the way that it needs to be fueled so that you have better burn, okay? So make time. If you don't make time, you'll never have the chance to read that label. Do your best. When you commit to something and you really want it, you do your best, even when it's hard. Okay, so now, those are your responsibilities. Grocery guidance. We're getting down to it now. We already talked about spending extra time. Get out of your comfort zone. That's what that is. Your comfort zone, it's for restaurants, it's at the grocery store, We order the same things. We pick the same things. It's what we like. It's what our taste buds want. It's what our craving is. Salted caramel chocolate chip cookies. I mean, like, that's what we want. A sweet tea. No more. Change your mind. Think about, if you normally get a fried chicken salad, well, you can still get your salad, but what you gonna get? Grilled. Wow. How simple is that? It's not, though, when you're standing at that line. It is simple for us to sit here and say, well, duh, I'm getting grilled. But when you're standing up there and you're like, oh, I always get that fried, that's what I like. And I like that ranch on it. That's when it's hard. Is it not? We all know. But that's when it's hard. And that's why your commitment is key right now. Right now you're committed. When I get in that line and it's hard for me to order grilled, I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. So, and then this is just kind of like how I think when I go into the grocery store. Here's some convenient options that I like to use too. Not all encompassing. None of this is. I'm not an expert. I didn't write the book. I felt like I did today. Kept thinking of more stuff at my lunch break. I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta add this. I gotta add this. Like, it's really important to me. This is real. Your success is important to me. It just is. Because I know what it feels like to want to change. Okay, so then back here, we're gonna talk really quick about this. Lean protein. They're listed. Eggs, chicken, fish, turkey, lean beef, all of these things that in our mind we probably think, yeah, we know that's lean protein. But really hone in on it. Really try to make the best choices you can, and then nothing fried. Grilled, baked, broiled, or boiled. Everything you eat, nothing fried. There's no reason for it. Just tastes good. No, not really. So it just makes me sick sometimes. You'll be amazed at if you really commit to this, in 4 weeks, if you try to reintroduce those foods that you're used to eating, that it will really upset your stomach. It makes it hard. Okay, so then healthy carbs. What are healthy carbs? Not white bread. Like rice, fruits, veggies, oatmeal, sweet potatoes. White potatoes are fine. Whole grain pasta, whole grain wraps. But really try to hone in on them too. Really try to put all that processed white stuff aside. And then healthy fat sources. And those are olive oil, canola oil, your nuts, avocado, stuff like that. Okay, so now group 1. Are you ready? Oh, you okay? Okay. Okay, so yet again, group 1. We really want to get that mental change. That's going to be your charge. Your charge is to change your mind, because your body will follow where your mind will go. So if you choose to really make a change, guess what's going to happen? Your body's just you're gonna see it across the board. You might get frustrated, you might feel like it's not happening fast enough, you might feel like, I don't see it. Other people will see it, other people will tell you, but if you really do it, the body just follows. But first it has to be in your mind. So this is a challenge. It's not gonna be easy. There's nothing easy about it. That's why it's called a challenge. But that makes it even better when you do what you're supposed to do and you see the results. Okay. So we already kind of talked about we're fueling our body, not just eating. This is how we do that. All right? Let me make sure that I'm not leaving anything out. Okay. So each time we eat, think of your body as a car. This is for group 1, this is for group 2. Your body is a car. It has no fuel in it. It's not running very fast, is it? It's kind of just sitting there. So you go put a little fuel in it. Well, you can put the pedal to the metal with a little bit of fuel in it until that fuel runs out, right? It doesn't matter how much fuel you have to go as fast as that car will go, it just won't go as long. If you put too much fuel in that car, well, you can still go pedal to the metal, but all of that excess fuel is spilling out onto the road. Food is much like that with our bodies. If you put a little bit of food in, and I'm not talking about 2 bites, I'm talking about a nice rounded meal. Every time we eat, we talk about it being a nice rounded meal, and I'm talking 6 times a day. Not 3 meals a day, I'm talking 6. So that's why it's going to be a smaller meal, because you're eating more frequently. But when you put that smaller meal with the right macros, nutrients, with the right nutrients into your body is going to speed up. It's going to burn everything you're eating if you eat it the way you should. In 2 to 3 hours, probably about 3, it's out of fuel. It's burned everything you fed it. There's no excess. You're going to feed it again. What's going to happen? Burn. It's going to burn everything you ate. You're going to run out. You're going to feed it again. So throughout the day, these small meals are really, really jacking up your metabolism, because your body is having to burn it every 3 hours. If you wake up and you don't eat till noon, that's like a car sitting with 0 gas in it till noon. It hasn't moved. It sure hadn't gone pedal to the metal. It's just stalled. And that's what your metabolism does. It is stalled. Until it has something to start working on, it's not going to burn fat on its own, especially right now where we stand. I mean, maybe when you're 4, but it's not going to just decide it's going to up and burn fat today, unless you make it. This is how you make it. If you eat at noon, by that time, either your metabolism is so slow you're not even hungry. How many of you feel like you're not even hungry and you're gaining weight? You're like, not even hungry, I barely eat, I can't figure out why I'm gaining that. That's why. Our hormones naturally make us pack on these pounds as we age, and then our lack of feeding our body the way it should just adds to, it compounds the problem instead of helping it. So, 6 small, frequent meals throughout the day. You're going to have a lean protein source in that meal, which I've outlined ideas of. If you get tired of whatever lean protein source is listed, guess what? On your grocery list, there's others to choose from. Interchange them however you want. Meal 1 can be eaten for meal 6. It doesn't matter how they're organized. It doesn't matter when you eat them. The main thing is that when you eat proper proportions of protein, healthy carb, and healthy fat. And that you're doing it every 2 to 3 hours throughout the entire day, and you're drinking your water. Now, check this out. This is huge for me. It is unreal how full my mind gets if I fill up this plate. If this plate is full and I eat it all, my mind tells me I'm done, I'm good. If this plate is full, guess what I do? I eat it all. I've just overfilled my tank. Think about little things like this that make a huge difference over the course of a year. Change your plate size. It's a mental thing. It works.
Change your fork size too.
Yep. Same thing. Cereal, yogurt, chili. I mean, 2 of these is probably still like half of this bowl. This is what I used to eat out of. Look at it. Big changes, because it's mental. Your mind says, I ate it all, I'm full. And really, if you're eating the way you're supposed to be, you're going to be full anyway, because your stomach's going to shrink. It's not going, it no longer is it going to expect these massive amounts of food. Here's the next thing. When you're looking at your plate, how many of us do this? Pasta. Covers. Yeah. Then we have like a little side of broccoli about this big right here. And then we have a little piece of chicken like right here. And we have all kinds of cheese sauce on top. I mean, I made a home cooked meal. It's pasta, it's whole grain. I've got broccoli with it, and I've got chicken. Is that really, this is more along the line of group 2. Is that really healthy? No. Like it has healthy parts, but the way that you put those parts together is just as important. Really, it really is. Now initially, maybe not so. If you've been eating drive-through like 5 days a week, like I was when I started this, listen, I don't ever say something if it's not directed towards me, so don't ever think that about me. I never direct anything towards anybody that's not me. It's not me. If you're eating drive-through 5 nights a week, like I was, and you choose to do a plate full of pasta with a piece of chicken and 2 pieces of broccoli, that's way better. That is getting along down the line of the journey. But if you really want to do what's going to be best, instead of the humongo amount of pasta, you do 50% you want to be protein. Really. Then 20% healthy fat. Then 30% healthy carb. So that is about the equivalent of, if you're really like a numbers person, most of my meals consist of 4 to 5 ounces of lean meat, half a cup of healthy carb, or like a small sweet potato if I'm eating sweet potato, but like a half a cup of rice or a half a cup of noodles, and then like a cup or 2 cups sometimes if I'm really hungry of a green vegetable. Broccoli is fantastic. I get the broccoli florets that are steamable, 3 minutes. I mean, it doesn't get any easier. It's great. Put a little sea salt on it. Yummy. Okay, but I didn't used to like any of that. You know, this is all new. I used to hate kale and spinach and all this stuff. And it's just been a process. It is a process. Think of it as such. It's a really good time to try new things. It can be fun. It really can. Okay, so on group 1, if this list and this meal plan overwhelms you and you feel at all like throwing it down and walking up out of here and giving up, on that messenger thing, you send me a message and I will help you feel empowered to do this, because you've got to do what it takes to get the result you want. And anybody can do this. You can do this. I did this. If I can do it, you can do it. I promise. Okay, so I think that's the main thing for you all. The main thing for you all is to really start at the grocery store. Well, start mentally. Then start at the grocery store every time you go picking a better choice. Every time you go out to eat, you pick a better choice. You're going to start meal prepping, because it's going to be required. You're going to have to spend time 1 day a week cooking some lean meat, cooking some good carbs to have it ready for the week. If you don't meal prep, by the time you're hungry, it's too hard. You're starving. Either you don't eat or you grab something. You go back to your same routine. Do not allow yourself to fail because you did not prepare. Choose a day. Get it done. Containers are great. I love little Tupperware containers. Put your chicken, your rice, your salad, whatever it is that you've chosen, put them in containers for 3 days. See how smooth those 3 days will roll when you really prepare for it. 3 days. Don't feel overwhelmed by, oh my gosh, I gotta make enough food for 7 days. And I gotta feed my family, and I gotta this, I gotta that. You can tweak every single thing you make to make your kids eat it. Almost. Maybe not every single thing, but most things, you know, like the chicken that I grill, I cut up and I make cheese and chicken quesadillas or whatever like that. So you can add your meats, add your stuff to whatever your kids like, and it kind of helps them build better habits too along the way. Here's another good big tip. Do we really need cheese on every single thing? I mean, I used to put cheese on everything. I am not kidding you. Cheese and ranch. Cheese and ranch. Cheese and ranch. I couldn't eat anything without some cheese on it. A salad without cheese, really? No. Not happening. I don't hardly eat cheese anymore. I don't miss it one bit. Every now and then I miss Kobe. I like Kobe cheese. What do we call it? We call it cowgirl cheese. My grandma used to always have it. But no. You don't need cheese on everything. There are some things that is not optional, like pizza. You cannot eat pizza without cheese. You gotta have it. But you don't have to add cheese to a chili dog. You really don't. You don't even have to. You don't. You don't even have to add it to a salad. So stuff like that. This is what I wanted to start with, and I totally forgot. See, I get sidetracked. Every single thing you put in your body, whether it be food, drink, whatever, think about, what is this doing for my body? Okay? I've got a corn dog in this hand. What is this doing for my body? Is it going to give me a really good, sustainable energy source? Is it going to give me a lean protein source to help my muscles firm up? Is it going to help my heart? Is it going to help me run fast? Is it going to help me sleep better? What is that corn dog going to do for you? Really? It is not going to get us where we want to go. Okay? I've got grilled chicken, and I've got kale, and I really don't like it. I love it now, I just hate it. But what is that going to do for me? It's giving me wonderful fiber. It's giving me great nutrients. It's giving me the perfect source of protein. It's not giving me extra fat. It's going to give me sustainable energy. Okay, now it looks a lot better. I'm going to try it. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to make myself eat it, because what it does for my body is what I want it to do for my body. And this corn dog is not going to cut it anymore. So everything you put in your mouth, you think about, what's this going to do for me? I say that to people all the time. What's that candy bar going to do for you? And then I go eat one. No, I'm kidding. Every now and then I do. Okay, so consistency, grocery changes, mental changes. Ask for support. When you're down and out and you're feeling like you want to give up and you can't do this anymore, guess what? Somebody else is feeling like it too, or somebody has felt it. Do not be shy about saying, I need help. I feel like we're having church right now. It's a support system. We motivate each other. We lift each other up. We help each other. Okay? Any questions on group 1? That pretty much sums that up, then we're rolling on to 2. You're welcome to stay for 2. You're welcome to leave if you need to. If you have questions that you don't feel like asking right now, or you don't feel like you would rather email me, Facebook me. I'll be getting those groups together. Well, it's already set up. I just have to add you all to the groups. What do you think? You may go? No? I talked for a long time, didn't I?
Can you just have the papers?
Yeah. Hey, Shay. Let me see if Shay's out there. Do you have more papers for Crystal? Hey, Janet. How are you?
Sorry.
Hey, y'all. You want me up? All right. Oh, so tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow is the first weight. You all send me your first weight and your first pictures tomorrow.
Are you gonna people's face?
You send them however you want. Or you don't get them. Whatever you're comfortable with. And then all your hey, you say that's what I'm okay. No, I couldn't get it. Let's get started. I'll send you the door stuff out there.
Like you need to.
Well, after my donut binge.
No, you're gorgeous.
Thank you. You all are too. See, that's what we do for each other. I feel the same. I feel it too. I do. Everybody feels it. Everybody's the same. Everybody. Okay. Now, onward to group 2. Excess calories cause you to gain fat and keep you from dropping fat, period. It doesn't matter how those excess calories are coming. If there's excess, you are not going to be able to lose and you're not going to be able to gain. This is where my plateaus really started. I was making healthy choices. I felt like I was eating pretty consistently throughout the day, small frequent meals. I was working out. I wasn't dropping a pound. I couldn't figure it out. Wasn't changing a bit. Well, guess what? It's because I was still eating too much of the good stuff. Like, can't do peanut butter because my kids are allergic and so am I. But soy butter is equivalent in nutrients and calories. I was eating like, I wish I had a tablespoon here. My tablespoon of peanut butter, soy butter, would be like 4. I mean, really. Like, that's another thing. Get real with yourself. This group especially, you gotta keep it real. Because it's real easy to look in your fridge and be like, I got all the right stuff. I'm eating all the right stuff. And then you are out and you are at the bank and you eat 3 minutes while you're there. Or you're at school and it is Teacher Appreciation Week and you eat a piece of cake and then you eat a Twix and then you eat this and you eat, because it's there. You didn't buy it. It's not in your cabinet. You didn't pack it, but it's there. You grab it and you eat it, and mentally you never did. Oh, forgot something. They're gone. That's all right. That's why we got the groups. That's why we got the group Facebook pages. Because this how I've been for 2 days preparing for this. Like, I forgot something. Like waking up in the middle of the night. I forgot something. There's something. You have to track it. This is even more important for group 2, though. This is really important for group 1. I suggest everybody in here use MyFitnessPal. And I'll tell you why. You are going to learn about macros a little bit. I know how to manipulate it to get those macros where we really want them, because the manufacturer setting, the way that it initially comes up, the carb count is way higher than what works for me. So if you're going by how it comes up, you feel like, yet again, you're group 2, you're eating the right food, you're doing the right thing, but the carb count is going to be too high for you really to drop the pounds that you want to drop. So on your page, once you get MyFitnessPal on your phone, ready to roll, I will show you how to make those macros meet what we want. The 50% protein, 30% healthy carb, and 20% healthy fat. That has been key for me. So your list is not quite as detailed. You have an equation that you're going to use your body weight, and you're going to figure out, using that equation, how many grams of protein, how many grams of carb, and how many grams of fat you should have each day to meet your goals. Using MyFitnessPal, you are going to keep track of that. So you know, I'm at meal 3, I've already eaten all my carbs for the day. Well, guess what? Tomorrow, you better eat less through meal 1 through 3 so that you have some for the evening, or just know, your carbs are gone by noon. And don't eat them the rest of the day. When they're gone, they're gone. That's part of the discipline. That's part of learning. If I really want to see progress, then I have to do what it takes. That's what it takes. It really does. It's science. It all works. If you do it right, it will work. So, we're really going to be mindful about portions, even on the healthy stuff. Extra virgin olive oil is another thing I can really overdo. I love it on my kale, and 1 tablespoon drizzling it on can easily turn into 4. That's a big difference in fat count. Big difference. The same with the peanut butter, same with nuts, same with avocado. A lot of these really good, high, healthy fat foods, they're healthy, they're wonderful for us, they're great. But it's really easy to overdo it. So if you're not using something to kind of track what you're eating, your mind won't even register that you're overdoing it. It just won't. Mine doesn't. Same thing, rounded meals. 50% protein, 30% healthy carb, 20% healthy fat. Every single time you eat, you're going to be eating 6 times a day too. Small, frequent meals, that's just how our metabolism runs the best. Okay, so we already covered all that. And we already talked about portion size on the plate. That's on yours too. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Consistent. Consistency is key no matter where you are on your journey. Okay, so on this very back page, you see your sample meal plan. So, for example, a whole egg, that is a lean protein, in a sense, but it also, if you eat the yolk, it has really good healthy fat in it. Okay, so the whole egg is going to encompass both of those, the lean protein and the healthy fat. And then your oatmeal is going to be your good carb in the morning. Almond butter, same thing. Protein, good healthy fat. Then your rice cake is going to be like your carb. So each one of these meals has been designed to specifically have those macros in it. And it is, I've listed some amounts just because I know in my mind about what I eat. And it's, you know, across the board, a lot of us on some things will eat about the same amounts. Like carbs, like, you know, a fourth or half a cup of carbs is going to be pretty consistent for most people. But it's really up to this equation to know exactly what your body needs. It takes this detail-oriented mindset to go from, I'm doing really good, but I'm stuck, to, okay, now I have figured out how to revamp myself, how to revamp this process, how to kind of gain new momentum in weight loss, strength, or whatever it is you do. So this group, weight loss on the scale might not be dropping as fast, but the way your body looks and the way your body feels, you're really going to see it. The way your clothes fit, the way you feel when you're bending, the way your hands aren't swelling, just that type of thing. When you really start honing in on these specific numbers, you'll drop weight too. Don't worry, that's what we all really want, right? Not really. Really, at the end of the day, to me, it matters more how my clothes fit and how I feel in my body than anything. The number on the scale can be so devastating almost mentally when you look at it and you don't see it doing what you want. But the results is in how you feel and how your clothes fit and how you're looking. Mainly how you feel though. All right, so a lot of it is the same because we're all on the same journey. It depends on where you are as to what we need to tweak and what we need to change to kind of keep that ball rolling, because it's frustrating when you feel like you're doing it all right and you're not going anywhere. So we just have to make sure the right fuel is going to our tank. And when that happens, stuff starts changing. The other thing I didn't talk about with them that I really want to talk about with you all is activity. I mean, this isn't an exercise class, it's not an exercise challenge, but at the end of the day, we all know that proper nutrition and exercise go hand in hand. And when you get it right, your whole body benefits, your mind benefits, everything benefits. So kind of charge yourself to move more, however it may be. Whether it be going for a walk on these beautiful days we've had, whether it be getting up early in the morning and doing some push-ups, doing some sit-ups, doing some squats, whatever your body allows. And if you are struggling with things that you can do at home, or if you're struggling with things in here, then you need to let somebody know, and we'll give you some support any way I can. A lot of people just feel like they don't have time for the gym, they don't have time for fitness classes, but there's stuff you can do at home too. So, do you all have any questions? Do I remember everything? I probably didn't. As soon as everybody's out the door, I'll be right out the door like, hey, stop, I forgot!
Hey, what was that? 50% protein, 30%
Healthy carb,
okay.
and 20% healthy fat. And I promise you it's in that paperwork. Maybe twice.
Okay.
And then your groups. Oh, the other thing that I didn't tell them, I've set up a business number. And it's not working yet, but I hope that it will be within the next few days.
She said it was.
Oh, is it working? The texting? Huh? Did you text me? Is the text messaging working?
Something be working.
That part is still.
See? We're getting there. We're getting there. So you can call it. You can call it. But I'm going to hopefully have texting on it soon. And my goal is to have accountability through that. So some mornings I may say, hey, when you get your 64 ounces in today, give me a thumbs up. And you're going to be like, oh, she just called me out. I didn't get it in yesterday, but I'm going to today because somebody called me out. So it's those little things that kind of get our mind in the right direction and give us a little bit of support when we really, really need it. Because alone, it's just too hard. Too hard. All right, what else? Any questions?
What if we were originally group 1 but feel like we're group 2 now?
Then you're group 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just tell Shay and she'll put you on group 2 list, and that way I'll know which one to add you to on Facebook. And she'll also give you paperwork because it is a little different. And throughout this challenge, your recipes and stuff will also be a little bit different. I did not put protein powder on anybody's specific nutrition plan because it's not cheap, which nothing's cheap, right? Protein in general is expensive, whether it be chicken, fish, protein powder, whatever it may be. A lot of people have a hard time spending $40 on a protein powder though, because they don't know if they're gonna like it, they don't know if they're gonna use it, they've never used it before, they feel like it's so much, and it is, but I will tell you, for me, it is well worth it because I would be spending the money on chicken or something else, and the convenience of not having to cook it, and the convenience of being able to cook it. There are so many things that I have learned to make with protein powder that are amazing. And when you're trying, my carb counts on those last few weeks was minimal. And I like my carbs. I love rice. I love noodles, like whole grain noodles. I love sweet potatoes. And so I really miss it. I miss the texture of a carb. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about a carb texture that you just miss when you completely have to almost completely give it up. So I figured out how to make muffins with protein powder. I figured out how to make waffles with them, pancakes with them, lots of stuff that kind of fulfills that desire you have to have that carb texture. And so there's stuff like that that I'll be sharing with you all too. Now, it's up to your discretion if you want to buy the protein powder. It is by no means a necessity. I mean, it is in my life because I use it every day. I really do. I have way too much. I think I have a protein powder problem. But it helps me get through. So if you see the recipes and you want more information on how, to get the protein powder, because I use a lot of different ones. I don't just use the one from the gym. I'll be glad to kind of lead you in the right direction on that. Anything else?
I have a question.
Okay.
I'm a coffee, sugar cream
Oh,
every morning on the way to work.
okay.
How do I need to tweak that?
Yes. Protein powder.
And I have it. I have the.
Okay, so I do 2 things,
Okay.
and both of them work for me. Splenda,
I wrote it down.
and then they had sugar-free, like French vanilla creamer.
I know I saw that creamer in that picture.
Those
and I
were
was like,
all
what is
sugar-free.
that?
They're all
So I need to
sugar-free.
get a sugar-free.
Walmart and Danville, I don't know if Walmart and Stanford has
So
them
I
or not.
can
They
use the
probably do.
protein powder or that.
Or both.
Or both, okay.
Well, no. I probably wouldn't use both just for cost efficiency, but okay, so here's how you use the protein powder. This is important because I've done it all wrong, like I've
I
said.
don't want to do it.
Here's the other thing, Splenda and stuff like that, I try to minimize it. I do use it, especially right now I'm using it in coffee a lot because I need it. Because I need it. But stuff like that kind of spawns cravings. So any kind of sugar replacement makes you crave sugar. Like Diet Cokes are a no. They are just cut it out. It's horrible for you and it makes you want the real deal. And there's something that just spawns that sugar craving. And I used to live on it. I mean, like I couldn't survive without it. Okay, so Splenda with the creamers I love in the coffee. Or I love the chocolate up or the chocolate powder from Walmart or the vanilla. You can use any flavor, depending on how you want to flavor your coffee. But I get warm water and I put about this much in the bottom of a shaker. And then I put about half a scoop of whatever protein powder I'm using. Okay, so not hot water, warm water. Because you don't want to make your coffee cold. But if you use hot water or if you try to heat your protein mix, guess what happens? It curdles and it's disgusting. And you just wasted half a scoop of protein. And I've done it a million times. You cannot put it in the microwave after you mix it either. It does the same thing. So, warm water, half a scoop of protein, shake it up real, real good. If you need to get your coffee extra hot in the microwave to keep it nice and hot when you add that lukewarm water, then do that first. Then, I mean, this is like science.
Yes.
Then add your protein powder creamer that you've made, and it's really good. Makes it creamy and sweet. Also in oatmeal. It's awesome in oatmeal.
That's what I was gonna ask, oats, is it just the,
You can
you know,
add.
just the, that kind, or?
No, I mean, who wants? I eat it like that sometimes, but most people don't want to eat it that way.
I like the
So
mix.
add a little Splenda if you want. Add some slivered almonds. You can put raisins in it. Protein powder, yet again, is so good. The vanilla in it, and you can just sprinkle it on top, mix it up, and it
Can
makes
you
it
get
so
some instant,
creamy.
normal kind of oatmeal and use that?
Mhm.
I mean, you know, instead of having to cook the steel oats on the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite sweeteners is, it's liquid. It's the Torani syrup, and you get it at the liquor barn, and it's not alcohol at all. It's like a mix for drinks, and they
Yeah.
use it in coffee houses and things like that, and you get the sugar-free kind. If you go to Kroger or Walmart or whatever, they're very small and they're very expensive. If you go to the liquor store, they're a regular size bottle and they're still like $4 or $5. They're completely worth it. They have like a brown sugar, they have all different flavors.
Can you post that on our?
Mhm.
This is what we want.
Yes.
Everybody has their thing they love, and when you love it, you find a way
Mhm.
Spell it.
to do it the right way.
Torani, and the thing is, there's all different flavors, so I don't eat oatmeal, I eat something called notemeal, it's made out of chia seeds and flax seeds, but, because
You
of
can
the
post that
carbs.
too.
I will, because of the carbs.
Do it all.
The brown sugar and cinnamon, Torani has a brown sugar cinnamon syrup,
See, that's what
so
I like the brown sugar, yeah.
I have to have that in a warm cereal, or I really thought that I did. It's all sweetened with Splenda, it's all sugar-free, it doesn't have any carbs, and you use like a tablespoon in whatever and you can put it in coffee, you can put it in drinks, you can put it on your food, you know, whatever, but it's a great alternative when you're looking for something that you want it to be sugar-free, but you need some sweet.
Got some, yeah.
See, this is why group.
Mhm.
Everybody has something they can add. So take advantage of our group pages, help each other, support each other this way. When you find something that really works and it's really good, somebody else is looking for it. I guarantee it. Somebody else is thinking, what can I use? And you post it, you're gonna make their day way better.
What about honey and agave?
Honey is good. Honey is really high calorie content though.
Mhm.
So that would be
Carbs.
another one of those things that you eat and you're like, this is healthy, this is fine, you know? But if you use too much of it, it's gonna plateau you. It's gonna keep you from dropping weight the way that you wanna drop just because of the calories in it. Because when our body has an excess of calories, we gain or we can't lose, and that's just how it works.
They both have a lot of carbs.
Yes, a lot of carbs, a lot of calories. Anything else? What about you, Miss Summer? What you got? What's your favorite thing to eat? Do you like worms? No? Anything else?
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. This is gonna help me kind of get back on track and.
You're not on track?
Did you not hear me talking about donuts?
Well, I don't know if you've been eating them or not.
I've been obsessed with them. Obsessed.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm getting better. I'm getting over it. Thank you all so much. I'm excited. If y'all need anything, just let me know. Okay?